Hades, the keeper of shadows. In the beginning, when the cosmos was forged from chaos, there were three brothers born of Cronus and Rhea, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades. Each would claim their dominion, the heavens, the seas, and the underworld. Yet among them, it was Hades who drew the lot to rule the shadowed realm below. Some say it was chance, others destiny. But the truth? That is shrouded in whispers carried by the wind. Hades, the god of the underworld, was not born of malice or cruelty as mortals might believe. No, his story is far more complex, far more tragic, far more human than you might expect. Chapter 1. The Division of the Cosmos. After the Titanomachy, the great war between the Olympians and the Titans, the spoils of victory needed to be divided. Zeus, ever the leader, devised a method. The brothers would draw lots. Zeus claimed the heavens, Poseidon the seas, and Hades. Hades drew the short lot, claiming the underworld. But was this truly by chance? Some myths suggest Zeus orchestrated this, seeking to confine Hades to the unseen realms, where his power would remain hidden. And so, Hades descended into the dark, cold depths, a realm not of fire and brimstone, but of quiet stillness, shadowed rivers, and restless souls. Chapter 2. The Underworld. The Underworld, or as mortals call it, Hades, was unlike anything above. It was a realm divided into many parts, each with its own purpose. There was the Asphodel Fields, where ordinary souls wandered in eternal monotony. The Elysian Fields, a paradise for heroes and the virtuous. And Tartarus, a prison of torment for the wicked and the titans who dared defy the gods. To cross into this shadowy world, one needed the ferryman Charon, who demanded a coin for passage. Those who could not pay were left to wander the banks of the Styx for eternity. Here Hades reigned not as a tyrant but as a just ruler, ensuring balance between life and death. But let me ask you this. Why would the god of death, so often feared, also be the god of wealth? The riches of the earth, gold, silver, and gems, all belonged to him buried deep within the ground. Hades held dominion over both the physical and spiritual treasures of the world. Chapter 3. The Abduction of Persephone. Despite his wealth and power, Hades was alone. Unlike his brothers, his existence was not filled with adoration from mortals or grand palaces of light. It was in this solitude that he first laid eyes on Persephone, the daughter of Demeter. She was the embodiment of spring, vibrant, blooming, full of life. But Hades, he was the shadow to her light, and so he did what perhaps no god should have done. He took her. One day, while Persephone gathered flowers, the ground beneath her feet opened and Hades emerged in a chariot of black horses, pulling her into the depths of his realm. It is said that as they descended, Persephone's cries echoed through the earth, reaching her mother, Demeter, who would stop at nothing to find her. Chapter 4. The Bargain. Demeter's grief plunged the world into an eternal winter. Crops failed, mortals starved, and even the gods began to suffer from the famine spreading across the earth. Zeus, seeing the dire state of the world, intervened and demanded Hades return Persephone. But Hades was clever. He offered Persephone a pomegranate, and she, unaware of its significance, ate 6 seeds. By the laws of the gods, this act bound her to the underworld for 6 months of every year. Thus, a compromise was struck. Persephone would spend half the year with her mother above, bringing spring and summer, and the other half with Hades, plunging the world into autumn and winter. Yet, was Persephone truly bound by trickery? Or did she choose to return to Hades of her own accord? Some say she grew to see the justice in his rule and found strength in the shadows. The truth, only Persephone knows. Chapter 5. The Legacy of Hades. Hades was not a god of evil, nor was he a bringer of death. He was a custodian, a keeper of balance. While mortals feared him, they also revered him, leaving offerings at their graves to honor his role in their journey beyond. But the question remains, was Hades destined to be the shadowed figure we see today? Or is there more to his story than the myths allow us to see? He was a god of unseen power, the keeper of wealth, the guardian of souls, and perhaps a misunderstood king. So next time you hear the name Hades, ask yourself this: is he truly the villain of the story, or is he the most just of all the gods?